Welcome to What's Going On, the weekly podcast and videocast of First United Methodist Church in Yankton, South Dakota.
Hello, welcome to this week's episode of What's Going On. I'm with you today as this is a pretty special week here at FUMC, as it's Vacation Bible School Week. We've been preparing for it most of the summer and preparing for it pretty hard here this last week, getting ready for our kids to come in this weekend. This week's theme, or this year's theme for VBS, is monumental. And it's just going to talk about how God's love is so incredibly monumental. It's huge, it's all-encompassing, it's everywhere we go. Some days it even leaves us a little bit surprised with what He's capable of. We're so excited to be bringing our kids back into the church again this year and kind of kicking off sort of our school year a little bit. We wait till the end of the summer to do VBS to kind of get kids excited about what's going to be happening in the upcoming year. So just a few pieces of information about VBS. It starts Friday at 5:30 p.m. and at that time you can come in and check in, I guess is what I would say. A lot of our kids have already pre-registered, and if you've already pre-registered, we're just going to get you your name tag and you can go into Wesley Hall and we'll have supper in there. There's no need to come before 5:30 as we will register kids and eat from 5:30 to 6. So there will be plenty of time to get in, get registered, sit down, eat some food, and get prepared for the evening. We do invite our families to come in on Friday night and eat as well if they would like to. So, instead of dropping off your kids, come on in, get something to eat with them, and then we'll get them going with some activities. We will finish on Friday night at about 8:30. You can come pick your kids up at that point. We will have a little treat for them as they're leaving for the evening, and they should be pretty tired when you're taking them home at night, so they should be ready to sleep well. We will start off again at 8:30 on Saturday morning. We will provide breakfast again. There will be a bit of a check-in, but no reason to come before 8:30. We will check in and eat between 8:30 and 8:50, and then we'll get started again with the day's activities. So they will be busy all morning long. Personally, the one thing I'm looking most forward to is at the end of the morning on Saturday, about 11:30, we'll send the kids home with a sack lunch. But the thing that I'm most looking forward to is we had a little competition between UCC and FUMC, which are the two churches that have combined together this year to do our VBS. And we wanted to see which church could have the most kids pre-register. It just helps give us a number of how many kids we can expect to have coming, though you can still come if you haven't already registered. But our pre-registration numbers, the church who had the most kids signed up will get to, with probably the other kids as well, get to make a Sunday out of the other church's pastor. Well, FUMC had the most kids signed up when we pre-registered, so we're going to get to make a Sunday out of Reverend Jacqueline from UCC. So we're going to get to put some whipped cream and some Hershey syrup and some sprinkles and any other toppings we can think of on top of Jacqueline, because we did have the kids register. And at this point right now, we're at about 35 kids, I believe, which is great. We're super excited about that. Remember, you don't have to be a member of UCC or FUMC for your kids to come, or maybe even for your grandkids to come. So if you happen to have grandkids in town or your kids that don't have anything else going on this weekend, they most certainly, one, can still sign up, or we can just walk in the day of and we'll get them registered then. No big deal. Either way works on our end. We just would love to have your kids join us. Our mission this year for VBS, we're doing the same thing that we did last year, is the school supply drive. United Way every August does a school supply drive. They fill up the bus is kind of their slogan, with as many school supplies as they can. We did it last year. It was a great hit. We anticipate it being so again this year, and mostly because I think it's something that the kids can really connect to. They're excited about the school year getting started. They know that they have to go get their school supplies. So just grab a few extra school supplies while you're there shopping for your own kids, and we will throw them into our collection and donate them to United Way, who will then give them to any kids here in town that can't afford to buy their own or can't have the means to go get theirs. Sunday, we're going to continue with our VBS, with our service. At this point right now, we're hopeful. It's going to be down at Riverside Park, shelter number 3. That's where we would like to have it. We thought it would be nice with the two different congregations coming together on Sunday morning to do it somewhere outside where we can handle everybody, fit everybody. The kids are going to be singing the songs that they've learned on Friday and Saturday, and they'll kind of be our entertainment for the morning. We will also have a normal service. The VBS theme has kind of 4 different lessons that go along with it, so the 2 pastors from the churches will be touching upon those lessons and kind of recapping what it was that the kids learned over the last 2 days. So join us Sunday morning at 10 o'clock at Riverside, shelter number 3. Again, join us whether you participated in VBS or whether it's just your regular Sunday morning service. We will be collecting an offering either directed towards your church. UCC can put their money towards UCC, FUMC can put their money towards FUMC, or we will be doing a combined offering if you would like that money to go towards the school supplies offer also. So either way, you can be donating your money to your church, or you can be donating it to the mission project of the school supplies. We will have a potluck lunch to follow. Beverages will be provided. Tableware will be provided. If you are able, please bring an entree, a side, a dessert, something to share with the group. Whatever it is that your favorite is, that's what we want you to bring. We're not going to worry too much about if we have too many sides or too many desserts or too many entrees. I'm sure there will be plenty of food for somebody to find something that they like, and we would just encourage you to bring that with you. Also, just some other things that we want to touch on is August 23rd is going to be sort of our first night of our fall activities. We're super excited to be getting those started again. It's the first week of school. We want kids to get it sort of in their rhythm, in their routine. So at 5:30 on Wednesday, August 23rd, we are inviting all preschool through 9th grade students and their parents to come eat supper with us. We don't want the kids dropped off that night. The night is probably more informational for the parents than it is going to be for the kids. So please join them for supper. And then at about 5:45, 5:50, all kind of depending on how long it takes us to eat, I will talk with the parents of the preschool through 6th graders, and Pastor Katie will talk with the parents of the confirmation students, which is all 7th through 9th grade students this year. Our 8th and 9th graders are back doing their 2nd year of confirmation. They will be focusing on the projects that they're going to be completing this year. And the incoming 7th graders, this will be their 1st year, they will be talking a lot about how they earn their points for confirmation, the different scriptures and things that they need to memorize, their memory work. But Pastor Katie will touch on all of that. I will be done with our preschool through 6th grade kids by 6:15 at the latest. Pastor Katie thinks it'll be about 6:15, maybe 6:30 at the latest. So please, again, this is for preschool through 9th grade parents and their kids, not just the kids. So when you come on August 23rd at 5:30, plan to stay with your kids during that time so that you can hear all the information that you need to know for the upcoming school year. Let me think, what else is happening? Last week in Katie's podcast, she talked about the new little project program she's kicking off, Developing Disciples. We are going to be offering a soul scan for that. We will have paper copies here at church. We will have a link set out to a Google form. We'll have QR codes available for the Google form. I will post a link to the Google form along with this video here this week. It's something that she wants you to just fill out to sort of get a gauge of where you're at with your faith at this point in your life, with your spirituality, and kind of discover some areas that maybe you can work to improve on, and work with other people within our congregation who maybe have similar goals to work on those things as well. So that's a super fast recap. We're pretty busy here at church this week, and excitedly so, but we did want to kind of put a promo out here for both the upcoming VBS. Again, it's going to be monumental, so if you haven't registered yet, you can go ahead and do that, or like I said, show up at 5:30 on Friday and we'll get you registered, or your kiddos registered, I should say. Again, you are welcome to eat with us on Friday night, so please join us in doing that. If you want to still help with VBS, we would always love the extra volunteers. When you have a lot of kids in the building at one time, sometimes it seems like you can't ever have enough adults. Saturday, we will continue with VBS. If you want to just stop in at about 11:30 and watch Reverend Jacqueline be Sundayed, that would be great. I think it's going to be a good time. The kids are really going to enjoy that. And then, of course, we would love to have you join us on Sunday morning for our 10 o'clock service. As I said, right now, down at Riverside Park, I had seen that there's slight chance of some rain or thunderstorms Sunday morning. We will keep you updated on that as far as if we have to move it inside. If we do move it inside, we probably will just move it here to the church. We will still have the service. We will still have the potluck. We're just hopeful that we can have it outside that morning, as we think it would be a great way to end VBS. Mark down August 23rd on your calendars as the first Wednesday night activities. Piece that I forgot, also on Sunday morning during service, we will be doing our backpack blessing. So if you are in any way, shape, or form involved in the schools, you're a student, you're a teacher, principal, substitute, paraprofessional, lunch worker, whatever it might be, bring a bag with you. We love to bless all of those that are starting the new year, and we have little tags that will go on your bag, kind of as a reminder that God is with you wherever you go, and He's with you when you're at school, and He's with you when you're at home, and He's there to bless your year and to guide you through that. So this Sunday, we will be doing the backpack blessing. So please bring a bag with you and join us for that. And then August 30th will be our first real Wednesday night activity night. So mark down, starting at 5:30 on Wednesdays, we will be providing supper for the kids, all kinds of activities. Youth group will be getting kicked off as well. So we will be taking care of all of that. As always, if you have any questions of any sort, feel free to call the office, talk to myself, Pastor Katie, Lisa. We all have lots of information to provide for you. We're super looking forward to the 23-24 school year. It's going to be a great one. We just know it. We're excited to get the kids back into the building and get the Wednesday evening activities into their routine again. We all enjoyed summer. It went super fast. It meant that it was really good, but it's always nice to get things rolling in the school year again and kind of back into a routine. So until next week, you'll be back with Pastor Katie. Blessings to all of you, and we look forward to seeing you on Sunday.
Thank you for listening to this episode of What's Going On. We'd love to have you join us for worship here at the church on Sundays at 10 a.m. You can also find us online via our website at firstumcyankton.org or search for us on YouTube.